All right, welcome back to episode highly anticipated episode 8 of the Jag Show. Another long hiatus.
It's been a month.
It's been a month. I know our last episode we said we would get them out every week, but here we are.
The quote of Lucas was, "I'm gonna work, go out, and do the podcast all summer long." This is the second episode we've done over the summer. It's July.
Bro, why does it do that when we do thumbs up?
It's tough. Our work schedules are like so opposite. Like you guys work during the day and then I work at night.
Opposite. It's terrible.
Yeah, I mean we had an episode about halfway done 2 weeks ago, and then internet just failed us. So
But we're back.
now we're back. I'm not going to make any commitments to say anything about how often we're getting episodes out anymore.
Weekly.
Daily, every other day. Yeah. So I guess I'll briefly talk about it now. I was gonna talk about it in the episode that was halfway done, but obviously that's not out. First Jag Show sponsor about now. That's probably around a month ago. We just haven't said anything about it. Nate Ennis, shout out Nate Ennis, State Farm agent in Clinton, Illinois. He's gonna send us over some like QR codes and stuff and links. So if you need insurance, he's your guy.
Give him the
It's a
background
big
on how you
insurance.
know Nate.
What?
Give the background on how we're connected to Nate.
Oh, yeah. So pretty much he was my travel baseball coach for like 2 years. Big time State Farm agent. He always wanted me and one of our other assistant coaches to start a podcast because he was a Packers fan and we'd always go back and forth. And then he found out I had one, and then he just texted me, asked any way he could help out, and then I told him we might need some better equipment. Equipment still has yet to be purchased. It is in my Amazon cart as we speak, so hopefully by the next episode or 2 episodes we'll have better camera so we won't just see half of me and Jerry's bodies in the screen.
State Farm, or Bloomington, State Farm capital of the world.
Bloomington is State Farm capital.
Okay, just making sure.
So yeah, and he just pretty much gave us some funds to get some more equipment and make it look better and easier to record. Because right now we're having some technical difficulties pretty consistently. So
That's one thing that I think we didn't consider. There's going to be some just technological struggles getting started, but this will definitely be a big help. So we appreciate Nate big time.
is there a shout
Shout
out?
out Nate.
Shout out Nate. Yeah. So this episode we're gonna start it off with some NBA Finals recap, some draft recap. Talk some Bulls. Big Bulls news this morning. Just found out about like
Huge.
15 minutes ago. Yeah, and then we'll finish it off. Maybe some brief MLB. Not much to talk about really. And then new segment, bums and studs. We'll talk about it more when we get to it. But yeah, anybody got anything?
No?
Good, ready to roll.
Here it is.
Kyle Tucker. He's the first Cub since Bryant, where like I genuinely just get like excited when he comes up to the plate. Like there hasn't been a Cub like that in so long.
Pete Crow Armstrong pisses me off. He gets up to the plate, and I just go on my phone and I text my friends and I say, strikeout.
Tim Tebow's jersey's not retired by Florida. It's a Heisman Trophy winner that won 2 national championships. The one like the Durr who had like it was like 13 and 12.
I would like to start by saying, actually, I'll have you guess. Who said this quote? Fortune favors the bold.
I know this answer to this.
Nico Harrison.
So, yeah.
Nico Harrison. And he was damn right. Cooper Flag. Build him a statue. Let's go. Fortune favors the bold.
Acting
Love
like that's why the Luka. I mean, it probably did because the lottery's rigged, but like acting like they got that pick from the Luka trade.
Did you see when the reporter asked Nico Harrison about
the side eye.
the Cooper Flag side-eyed him like you fucking idiot?
I
Fortune
can't.
favors the bold.
Dude, the Mavs are like it pisses me off. Like I'm happy for Mavs fans because like they deserve it, but it pisses me off so bad that Nico Harrison got that lucky because like that roster when healthy is nasty.
Dude, it is. I'm like looking at it. I'm like, whoa.
Freaking Nat, Kyrie, Clay. I mean, Clay's obviously not Clay of 7, 8 years ago. Cooper Flag, AD, and then Lively / Gafford, and then you got PJ Washington off the bench. Like Dante Exum's
It's-
good. They got
it's
who they
sneaky.
draft. Who was their second round pick?
Doesn't matter.
No, but I think
They
it's
might get
good.
Chris Paul. I think they're gonna get Chris Paul. I don't really know that at all, but
Well,
they said
Kyrie
they-
will miss like the first chunk of the season, but they also have like some major like AD and Kyrie have some injury issues, but
Yeah,
it pisses
AD's
me off
always.
that he like fell into Cooper Flag.
Bulls were what, a coin flip away?
Yeah.
Getting Cooper Flag.
no. Well, we got the next best thing.
Noah
Noah
Essendon.
Es-
Dude,
Noah Essendon.
I wanted Derek Queen so bad.
The amount of problems I have with that pick is concerning. I could go on for an hour about that.
I love it personally.
I saw a tweet. It was from like a U of I reporter, and he was like, it was the Bull or the Suns are on the clock at 10, and Kaman Malawach, Derek Queen, and Kasper Siakachonis are all available, which means one will be there for the Bulls. So naturally, they'll take a developmental European big.
I'm glad they didn't get Casper.
Yeah, well, Yakachonis is not going to be good.
I think he's going to be really good on the Heat. That's
I
like
don't
the
think so.
perfect spot for him.
The issue with the Bulls, they're such idiots. They keep getting these like it's like Patrick Williams. It's like all these guys that they get that are projects, but then that means you have to develop them.
Yeah,
you
they
don't
can't.
have skills to develop them.
Yeah,
I don't think they understand. I think they just naturally develop, and they'll go to that gym in New York in the
See-
summer and just become better.
Did you see what Maryland's coach said about Derek Queen?
Kevin Willard.
Yeah,
Bum,
What did
by
he
the way.
say?
bomb. He was like, if he was white and from like
Oh
France,
yeah, that was
he
a
would've gone-
while ago though.
That's so dumb.
That was like during in February. Well, he's not even at Maryland anymore.
I mean, do we
Oh yeah,
Noah Essengay? His team for
He's in
the
the final.
German whatchamacallit, they're up 2-1 in a 5-game series.
And he bounced.
And you want to know what he's averaging through the first 3 games?
What?
4.
1.7 boards, and 1.3 assists.
Damn.
And that's who the Bulls fucking
He's
get.
like 18 though, to be fair. I also saw something like I think it's the team. I think his team that he plays for is the same team Isaiah Hartenstein played for. And then there was another NBA guy that's on the team right now, and they're saying like we respect his
I think it's
decision,
true.
like once in a lifetime opportunity to like be at the draft. But like, I mean, I don't really think it matters.
That's such
Also-
a red flag.
College basketball is so back. Like all like the first, like I think Essengay was the first non-college player taken.
Yeah.
Which like in the past, like you've had
Yeah.
so many
It's
foreigners,
so
and then
bad.
like also like all like the G League Ignite guys.
When's the last time? Not to.
A white
I can say
American
this.
got
I can say this. When's the last time a legit white guy?
I think it was
From the
like
United
White
States.
American
Yeah.
is the 70s.
Was it Doug Collins?
No, I think it might have
Legend.
been who they were talking about it on PMT.
I mean, when's the last time American went first overall? It might be last year.
No, there was a friend.
First time since
was it-
1977. Let me so 1977. That'd have been. I
Edwards
mean,
at a,
I'm trying to think. Last time I
When-
mean, Ant went first in 2020. Who's first pick in 2021 was. Well, Paolo went in 2022, so like it hasn't been that long. Kent Benson
yeah, so
was the last white American drafted. Number one.
he was a good player.
Yeah, I remember Kent
then-
Benson.
There's not too many bigger idiots in the NBA draft than Ace Bailey.
I mean, yeah.
Ace Bailey's
Also,
such-
I mean, Rutgers must have had a hell of a year having 2 guys drafted in the top 5. Like they went to what, like the
Jeez.
Elite 8?
That's actually insane.
They were like what, 15 and 17? Like they didn't go 500.
I still
Right.
think Ace Bailey's going to be. I mean, he's
Yeah,
he's
he
going to
will.
be a
He's
pain
just a clown. Like
in the ass, but
he was
It's also
pissed.
too-
He wanted to go to like, fuck, who was picking 6? It was he wanted to go to Washington, Brooklyn, or New Orleans. That's where he wanted to go.
yeah.
Why? I just don't get. Why did the Hornets take him?
They
Why
got
did he?
scared. Ace Bailey's plan worked for the Hornets, and he
Well,
thought it
because
was
he had
going to work
Brandon
for the
Miller. Like Knipple kind of goes well with LaMelo and Brandon Miller, and he's like maybe the best shooter in the draft.
Now that's true. Brandon Miller. You can't have a Brandon Miller and an Ace
Oh,
Bailey.
yeah, that would.
Well, I mean, and Brandon Miller's good. Like he just scored like 20 a game last year. So I mean that makes sense.
Oh, he's good, but I'm just saying personality wise.
I mean, real shooter, Brandon Miller.
What else from the draft?
I mean,
I've I have some things I'm saving for bum/stud of the week that I'm saving from the draft, but I'm trying to think of any other.
the Nets they were like the first team ever with 5 first-round picks.
They did nothing.
And
They literally
they just
drafted.
took like no one. Like they took Igor Demon from BYU.
I was so
He
happy
like
when they
really,
took him.
he's a point guard that doesn't have a great handle and can't really shoot. A great passer, but like
I mean, he was like they were basing his draft stock was based off the year before he went to BYU.
yeah,
Like he didn't have a good year at all.
he
can't
wasn't
shoot.
bad, but yeah, lots of the hype was before. But also the Pelicans. I mean, they got Fears and Derek Queen, which is like good haul, but they traded
That's
an unprotected first next year, and it's like the most favorable of them and the Bucks. And like if the Bucks trade Giannis, and like the Pelicans probably aren't going to be great, like that could end up being an extremely like the good. And the Hawks ended up getting Asa Newell, who they wanted to take at 13 anyways, like 10 picks later.
yeah.
So good for the
I mean,
Hawks, I guess.
That's a fun team to watch though. Just like who do they have? Zion. So Zion. I mean, I guess just Zion and those two, but
Jeremiah
still, that's fun.
Fears, Jordan Poole, Derek Queen.
Pool.
Yeah, because they just traded McCollum.
That'll be a fun little team.
Herb Jones, Trey Murphy's still there. I don't know. That organization just they're kind of like not quite as bad as teams like the Wizards and like the Jazz, right? But just like I feel like that organization kind of has like a stink on it right now. Like they haven't done anything.
I mean, yeah. So do the
I
Wizards,
mean,
but
the draft is entertaining. Their ESPN's draft coverage is horrible though. It's so bad.
yeah. At
It's
least Shams didn't ruin the pick this year. First year that there was no competition, so he didn't have to leak them early.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yes, because I feel like lots, especially like really NBA and college basketball. I think ESPN overall in that department is just kind of weak. Like all the best college announcers, analysts are Fox, CBS, TBS.
Yeah.
Like listening to like Jay Billis was the best analyst at that desk.
Jay Billis is a complete bitch.
Yeah.
Fuck Jay Billis.
When you got Colin Coward getting drafted to,
That was huge.
that was so funny. It's just
That was
bad
hilarious.
coverage from top.
You know who Danny Wolf is, right? The guy from Michigan.
Yeah. The Jewish
Like
choker.
Forrest.
Were you were you watching the draft when he got picked?
No, I turned it off by then.
We're talking about his brother?
Yeah. What was up with
That's
Danny?
unbelievable.
What was up with Danny Wolf's
Was he like
brother?
sobbing?
I mean,
He was like sobbing.
well, no.
Like,
Like,
he was like
Wolves.
ugly crying, right?
it's like an understatement. Like, I get crying. Like, I would probably cry if, like, I had a brother who got drafted.
I
But
wouldn't.
he was, like, his whole face, like, it looked like distorted. Like,
It was weird.
It was fucking weird.
It was really
It was
weird.
weird enough to be like, what's going on behind those doors?
Danny Wolf was acting like, I get like you're mad you're falling, but it was so visible. He was like he was just like constantly like putting his head back, and
Yeah.
then I was like, God, he's like a little baby, and then he pans to his brother, and I was like, what
Yeah,
is
that was
going
weird.
on?
I did see that on Twitter afterwards.
What's
I mean,
going on? in
this
the
was a
Wolf
super
house?
talented draft class. Like I think there's going to be a lot of good. Dylan Harper's a stud. That backcourt's just crowded in San Antonio, but like could potentially package some of those guys to go get maybe
It's good
a Giannis,
Yeah.
like Stephon. Well, I mean, you have
Okay,
Dylan
so
Harper, Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox, Devin Vassell. Like that's just a crowded backcourt right now. But I mean,
Yeah. But they'll honestly be fine with that just because they've potentially the greatest defender ever in the paint. So, I mean,
yeah,
you don't
dude,
need a ton
that
else.
team can be scary if they stay healthy. They're gonna be fun to watch.
They're going to be fun too.
They did.
Anything else?
Who went third? It was Edgecombe went third.
It was
Like the Sixers, like I mean,
Edge.
if they stay healthy, just because like the East is going to be so wide open with all the injuries, like that could be
I
something.
was just
but-
saying that. They're a value pick to win the East. I mean,
Yeah, but I mean,
Edgecombe,
is
Maxey.
Embiid ever going to stay healthy?
I mean, I think, yeah, I mean, obviously it's an if, but if he does, they're
They're
It's them and the
good because
Knicks,
you
really.
have Maxey, Jared McCain looked really good before he got hurt. Embiid,
And still,
God about
as
yeah,
much
they
as
have
that's
Paul
like,
George too. So they got
and VJ Edgecombe, the generator.
he
That's his
can
nickname.
freaking fly, man. When he
He lived
boomed
7
on
years
Mark
off.
Few's son, like Gonzaga beat Baylor by like 50 at the beginning of the season, or it was
That
a
was crazy.
lot. And Mark Few put his son in the game, and VJ just put his
I
crotch
didn't
in his
even know.
face, just
No.
hammered it on him.
Yeah,
He can.
he's gonna be
He's a freak.
he's as much of a superstar. Like his superstar written all over him.
Yeah,
It's
especially
unreal.
I think going to go behind Paul George would be cool too because he can. I think he can guard a little bit. But it was cool because even
He's
the
a-
international guys that were getting drafted, like you had VJ, you had guys like Malawach and Yakachonis, like international guys that were first round picks, but still played in college. Like that was cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
I think that's big for college
Um,
basketball.
that is.
And I
Trying
think
to think
I
anything
could be
else.
wrong, but I believe the G League Ignites no more.
Well, the G League Ignite is like they've put like nobody. They put Jalen Green. I mean, all those guys from the G League Ignite have become complete bums. It's a complete failure.
Yeah,
Isn't that what
I just
Modest-
think
What was Modest saying?
Actually, he might have been.
Modest was G League Ignite.
Okay, so there's a exception.
Mango
to
was
the
G
rule.
League Ignite, but they haven't really produced a star out of. OTE's produced, I'd say, better players because the Thompsons, especially Amends in Houston,
Yeah.
Amends a stud. That team could
Yeah.
be 32 after getting KD. You got Şengün, KD, Amen. You still got Tari Eason, Jabari Smith. That team's gonna be nasty. Now that they finally have a
Yeah.
dude that can go get you 25 a night. That's big for them.
Uh-huh.
Got any other NBA stuff?
No. Brief NHL.
Brief NHL.
Connor McDavid can't get it done. Can't win the big one.
Do you start exploring?
He's not
options
happy.
out of
I think
Edmonton?
he said something about well, and I think he probably has enough because he's gonna be a free agent after this year too. So if he's not gonna re-sign, you have to trade him.
Someone say Chicago?
Yeah, I was listening to
It'd be
something
so-
yesterday. It actually probably makes sense. It won't happen.
Don't let it happen. Don't let your brain go there. But
I'd be forced to get into hockey.
force. You're gonna be forced after Anton Frundell gets
Yeah,
to
the
the
Hawks got something
fucking.
going. They're just so young, and I don't know much about hockey, but as they actually have guys getting developing and getting better, and as Bedard keeps growing, he's just going to continue
And they
because
traded up.
they got
they
the
traded
guy
back
was
into
drafted
the-
in their second first round picks, starting quarterback at his high school.
I know.
Had D1
David
football
Moss.
offers, multi-sport athletes back.
Yeah.
I saw a clip
mean,
on Twitter of him getting out of a sack, rolling right and throwing a ball on a dime to the back left corner of the end zone. It was pretty sick.
And Frundell, they won. They won the version of what's it called? Why can't I think of what it's called? The Three Nations.
Oh
Yeah,
He
and he
led
was their
Sweden.
leading goal scorer. Yeah, so he probably won't play in the NHL this year. I could be wrong,
No,
but
definitely not. But their core, from more qualified hockey guys, they have a core.
yeah, and Bedard just, he's still been really good. I think maybe some.
It's time for the step up this year, though.
Yeah,
I'm ready for
it's going to
a
be
dip-
so hard for him to come up as an 18-year-old and be the best player on a terrible team, with no one around
No,
him.
I agree. I give him slack until now, but now this year it's officially time. Let's see the Bedard show.
Frank
Let's.
Nazar is good too.
Frank Nazar is good too. Levshinov should be good long term.
Maybe Korchinski finally takes a jump.
Yeah, hopefully.
Alex Vlasic's good.
They
But-
re-signed Donato too.
Yeah, I did see that.
But other than that, the Bruins got Brandon Higgins.
I think that's his name.
He's a beast. I think some people said he's supposed to go first. I could be just completely off in my
No,
NHL
the
draft
guy that was
knowledge
going
here.
first was like a lock. The Schaefer kid was a lock to go first.
I'm talking about like a year ago. It was Higgins, and so Boston, they're freaking out about that. That's a great pick.
Yeah.
That's where my NHL knowledge comes to an end.
Yeah, I had no other NHL stuff.
Um,
Briefly,
Cubs were
baseball.
back.
Yeah, Cubs need a starting pitcher badly.
We're struggling.
Or-
10 days ago they had a 6.5 game lead. Now they're at 2 games.
Yeah,
I think we're about at the fuck. What can they? The curse of Cam Smith.
I'm not concerned about that.
I'm concerned.
I'm not
He's a
either.
good player, but like
He's got like a 75 OPS as a 22-year-old rookie.
right, but like you still make that trade every time. Like
Oh yeah, I said that's what me and Jared talked about earlier. You still make the trade every time, but it's going to be pretty annoying.
Paredes is also having a really good year too.
What?
Paredes is having a really good year too. I also
I
think
could
like
get
the Astros they're better. They're a better organization than the Cubs. Not that the Cubs are a bad organization, but they trade Kyle Tucker, they trade Ryan Prowsley to the Cubs. Jordan's
Isn't
missed.
Paredes 15 plus homers
Yeah,
too?
he's got like 17. Jordan's missed a bunch of the season. Altuve's been bad. You lose Bregman. Christian Walker hasn't been good. It's like your big free agent signing, and they have like one of the 5 best records in baseball. Like they just do it every year.
Yeah. I think my philosophy on the Cubs is if this is your skid, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's not.
So-
Like, you just can't. The Brewers are. It just. I think.
I agree.
Also going off because the Brewers are hot right now too.
Let's just turn the corner well, and then
Well, outside
Fine.
of the last 2 games of the Cardinal series, I think the Cubs have in the last like 5 games, their starters have given up like 7 plus like every
Yeah,
time.
Horton's lucky he didn't. Well, he had good defense save him from even more runs in the first 2 innings.
Yeah. Matthew Boyden showed up, and well, I guess Show just came back, but Matthew Boyd's been like the only really consistent. Yeah,
I
he's
think
been really good.
he got lit up yesterday. I think Horton for the most part has been. He's been what you'd expect, and not a little bit better, with exception of yesterday from a rookie starting pitcher.
I thought we'd see him get some more swing and miss strikeouts, but I think that's just gonna come with being in the league for longer.
Well, he didn't pitch, like he hasn't thrown that many innings in the minors, like because he missed most of last season.
Banged up, yeah. In AAA, this was really like they never really stretched him out in AAA that much till like the very end of his stint in AAA, and
Yeah.
like that's when the Cubs were.
Well, then he came up
Right.
I think he probably goes back down at some point, if I had to guess.
do the Cubs have the Cardinals next weekend, like 4th of July
Yeah, they
weekend?
Yeah,
On the 4th, they're playing the Cardinals.
I think so. It might be the 5th.
No,
But
because
I
the
know they
fourth's
play
a
the-
Friday, so it'd be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, game of the year. I'm calling must win. I'm going to use my first must win of the MLB season.
Must win or can't lose.
Oh, must win. 4th of July.
Danny Palencia has been a huge. He's a legit closer. I
Palencia's
think.
He is a legit closer. I agree.
Mm.
You don't think? Dude, he's electric.
And he's like
Oh,
20.
man.
How old is he? He's like 25. I saw something on Twitter from teams that are like gonna be selling. Like,
No.
realistically, is there any
No.
relievers you're gonna get from a selling team
Just
that
their
are better than
postseason.
Palencia this year?
Bednar.
But
Bednar
he's not
sucks.
been that good this year.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, go get Chapman.
Go get checked.
If you the rotation they have right now and Palencia is your closer,
They're cooked.
you're not winning a playoff series. You're just not.
No,
And
but-
this is the conversation we had
Well, that's what I'm
about
saying.
a month ago.
That's why we need to go get a starter.
At least,
At least, I want them to either get.
Well, you could just have Drew Pomeranz.
I think it's going to be what we'd have to give up to get Sandy Alcantara. Would probably be a little too much.
Yeah, I don't
he
want.
hasn't
I'm
pitched
officially
very well.
What?
You're paying more for
No,
the pedigree of Sandy Alcantara than what he currently is. He's been better, but
I
like,
think the other guy from the Marlins. What's his name? Edward Cabrera is his name.
he's not good either.
No.
I'd rather have him. Like, I don't want to trade. Like,
I'd rather probably
For,
have
like, a
him
guy-
just because he has good stuff and you're not going to have to give up as much. But
or the guy from the Pirates,
Mitch Keller,
Miss Keller.
yeah, I mean,
What about
just-
Zach Gallen?
That's who I would want is Zach Gallen.
Same. I want either Zach Gallen or Merrill Kelly.
I mean, does Zach Gallen? Is Zach Gallen? Would he be a rental or?
Yes.
I have no idea, but
Yeah,
that's just a cool. That's a
He's a rental.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he probably wouldn't have to give up too much.
You can also go Merrill Kelly. Merrill Kelly's going to
Just
be
the outlook would be so different if Steele was healthy, but I mean he's not. So
Oh yeah. I mean, Colin Ray needs to go. He's so bad.
yeah, I'm glad they finally moved Ben Brown out. I mean, like you feel good with Boyd and Shota, like going game 1 and 2 of a series, but then after that, I mean, JMO was on a
Freaking good.
really good stretch before his last 2 starts. Like I'll give him that.
Like that's kind of who he is, though. Like even when he was pitching well, I knew there was going to be a stint of starts
I
coming.
mean, he's a
where he
4 or
was-
5 starter at the end of the day
yeah,
on a team that
really-
has NLCS aspirations, which
Yeah.
And he-
the Cubs should.
Let's get Drew Pomeranz some starts. He doesn't give up runs, so
Yeah, I wouldn't. But
That-
like, do you want to mess with it? I don't. Do you mess
No.
with it? I wouldn't mess
I'm
with it.
half joking, but I mean,
Chris Flexen's
All-Star?
have been nasty.
doesn't he have to be an all-star?
Drew Pomeranz. I
Drew
don't think he's enough
Pomeranz?
innings.
No, yes, I don't think he's thrown enough innings. He
He's
won't.
thrown. I don't even think he's thrown like 30
We've
innings.
still got a month till the all-star break.
Acuna's going to be an all-star. Why can't Drew Pomeranz be an all-star?
Well, Cunha's doing.
Damn.
Cunha's hitting like 450 and hitting freaking bombs.
Yeah. Big
Um,
big dumper in the home run derby.
Yeah, that's
dump
huge.
percentage.
Dude, he's so
Home run
good.
leader. When's the last time the home run leader
By the
by
way,
this much is in the home run derby? Or am I just tweaking? I feel like they usually don't have it. Like
When
always in.
Judge was like Judge's rookie year, he was in it. It's
That
probably
was- that
that
home run
was a
derby
while ago
was
now. But
didn't he?
what'd you say?
Yeah.
I remember.
It was Judge and Stan, and they were both just hitting like 490
They
foot
both
homers.
lost in the first round.
And then they both sucked the second half. So
Wait, in the home run derby?
Yeah, they both lost in the first round.
I don't think so.
You want to
I think
bet?
Judge
I know
won.
Justin Bohr beat one of them.
I don't think they lost in the first round. I'm pretty sure Judge made it pretty far. I'm pretty sure Judge won it. Did he not?
He might have. He did. Stanton lost in the first round.
Cal Raleigh's the MVP though. I'm sick of the Judge.
Yeah, he is MVP.
I'm not going nerdy statistics. Homers, RBIs, bombs, tanks. Cal Raleigh's
switch
the
hitting,
MVP.
and he's a catcher.
And he's catcher.
So I think
Is he a good catcher? He's a good
Wait,
catcher.
no, he didn't.
Yeah,
Justin Bohr. He lost it.
Really?
Stanton lost to Gary Sanchez in the first round, and then Justin Bohr he hit 22 and Judge hit 23, and then Judge beat Bellinger and then beat Snell.
Alonso's a bitch.
I love when Pete Alonso's in the home run derby.
I
He
do-
takes it way too seriously. It's awesome.
It is.
The one when he was like a couple years ago when he was like deadlifting in between, like in his uniform, like that's so dumb.
Acuna is always fun to watch. I feel like Acuna does it like every year he can.
I don't.
Oh my
Has
God.
he? Has he?
He's done it. He's done it at least twice.
Like my dream home run derby would be like if I could pick who it'd have to be Cal Raleigh, Judge, Schwarber,
Shohei. Yeah.
Soto, Jordan.
Well, Soto did it the other year and he wasn't very good.
He won.
But I don't think he was very good in it.
He won.
Wasn't that Vladdy? Wasn't that the year he beat Vladdy?
Yeah, I picked Vladdy would be one.
Triple playoff. So he was like gassed, and then Soto beat Vladdy. I think that
Yeah.
was that year.
Vladdy would probably be up there.
Tough. Home run derby's awesome. Me and Kalen are huge home run derby guys.
I've gotten less
I
and
get-
less into it,
Yeah,
but
I
like,
love
yeah,
the
it's
home
still
run
awesome.
It's sick when you're 8 years old. That's
Oh,
why
I
yeah.
still think it's dude watching.
Harper, I think I'd still take Bryce Harper to be in that.
Nah. All right,
stud and bum.
bums and studs.
Which one do we want to do first?
Let's go bum first.
I have a
Bum
bunch
first.
of both.
I got.
I say
Can I lead it off?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a twofer, but Casey Schmidt, infielder for the Giants, and Wilson Contreras, throwing
Bums.
tantrums after getting hit by a pitch in a close game in the ninth inning. Dude, no one's trying to hit you. It's two good teams going at it. Pitcher loses one. Like these games
And
matter.
the-
No one's trying to hit you. Like
On the
Casey
replay-
Schmidt, no, you're not good. Like I could be wrong, but I think he's like a very, very average hitter. And like he gets hit and
And
spikes his bat. He's actually having a decent year, but like Casey Schmidt, no one's like, like, oh crap, here comes Casey Schmidt. We got to hit him. No, like more likely than not, you're going to make an out. Like, let's chill out. No one's trying to hit you. It's a close game. No one was hit before that. Contreras always does that too. Like he did that stuff with the Cubs.
Barely even. It looked like on the replay it hit his bat.
It was a crazy. Me and Lucas were at the game, like right behind the Cubs dugout. It was a crazy flop. Like
I
even
mean, the
though it
ball.
hit him, like you would have, like
Second one.
he threw his body,
Yeah, it was so stupid.
and then Palencia mows down 3 guys and turns and just gives it to him.
I wonder what he said to him.
I don't know. Probably
He
something.
was just screwed.
Okay.
But yeah, that stuff, and like that's just 2 instances that happened this week. Baseball players that like think they're tough guys. Like I'm sure, like those guys are world class athletes, but let's calm down. No one's trying to hit you in the 9th inning of a close game. Like,
Yeah.
let's pipe down. Those are my 2 bums of the week.
Well, let's go all bums.
All bums first. Okay.
Yeah,
My bum. I got a few. I'm gonna go. My main bum is Liver King.
yeah, good bum.
He's off the fucking rails. Liver King is off
Harris.
the rails. Did you see his eyes?
Yeah,
His
and the
his-
mugshot.
That sized, and the other one was that sized. I did some research. I'm hearing it's DMT. I heard he got DMT injected into his tongue. But Liver King, he's absolutely not back. He's a bum. And then he like tried to threaten Joe Rogan to fighting him. And
I would take Joe Rogan in that fight.
what'd you say? Oh,
I'd take Joe
he's like
Rogan.
he's like a black belt.
Yeah.
For sure.
And Liver King looks fucked up. He's
It looks like he has like muscle implants. They don't even look real.
but he's
Yeah.
primal.
He is.
He's
Primal as fuck.
good bum.
And then I have a few more, but I'm gonna expand on one of them. I'm gonna go another bum. I'm gonna go tight end university. I haven't seen shit about drills. I've seen about 100 things about Taylor Swift.
I
Not
saw
my
one
tight ends.
drill with Travis Kelce. That was cool, but yeah, I'm with you.
Neither Bears tight ends are there. Priorities are straight. I have Thomas Castellanos.
Yeah, good bum.
When they play Alabama August 30, I think that's week 2. They don't have Nick Saban to save them. Is his direct quote. He went 6-6 for Boston College next year. Transferred to Florida State for context, and then he's torn up the ACC for 2 years, and now he's got a squad. In those
Yeah.
2 years,
One of his teammates
It's
at
6 and
Boston
6.
College was like, "That's not how I remember it."
yeah, exactly. And I
Let
mean,
me
he's just a
piggyback off
fucking
that
moron.
for a second. Diego, I was gonna.
Go
This
ahead.
was like the first guy that came to mind when we said we wanted to do this, but it was a little outdated, so I didn't do it. Diego Pavia, like Vanderbilt's quarterback, always running
I
his
know.
mouth, bro. Dude, you're 24. Like, He's like, and don't get me wrong, the SEC is better than the Big Ten. He's like, if you want to play real football, you come to the SEC. You go to Vanderbilt. You're not playing at Florida or Georgia or Bama or Ole Miss. You go to Vanderbilt. It's
And he beat
From that-
Alabama once in a transition year, and that's like now his like life. Like, oh, Diego Pavia beat Bama.
well, and the
In
rule
a
that
transition.
that happened because of him is not a good thing.
No,
Because he was the guy that like. Let me find the direct quote.
Castellanos and Pavia are so like they're just both complete like short idiots. I don't really know what short has to do with it, but they're both short as fuck.
Here it is.
And then my last bum is me, because as I'm watching the draft, I'm like I would be like a middle-aged first rounder this year. I mean, literally, the age of these kids, I'm like older than Kalen would be like.
I'm at the
Caleb
age
would
where
be-
I'm like, all these guys are younger than me.
Kalen, you would have to be good right now to get drafted in the first round. Like you'd have to be an immediate impact.
Yeah, I'd have to be like, I think there's a chance. Like, you're talking about basketball, right?
Yeah, the NBA.
There's a chance like someone like I could have been, say I'm an All-American at U of I this year. I might not have been drafted. Period.
No, because you're too old.
Too
Yeah.
old and like say it's like
Ridiculous.
and this size, no chance. Like RJ Davis didn't get drafted.
Yeah,
That's insane.
I mean it's getting ridiculous. We're up next year. I would be like, okay, he's got to be good pretty damn soon. This year I was like old already. It's unbelievable.
I found the other
That's really
Diego
all I
Pavia
had.
quote. He said, quote, "This
What
is
was
going to be the new staple of college football. It's going to happen here at Vanderbilt." Okay, well, let's see how that ages. Like,
I love it. I love guys like that. It's just
and
awesome.
the fact that like he's also the one that like got the whole JUCO rule, which like can be a good thing. But
Yeah.
like, all right, let's see, Diego. I'm looking at Vanderbilt's schedule right now. I'm becoming the number one Vanderbilt hater. They're at
That's a pretty fuck.
they're starting. They go home versus Charleston. I'm doing a record prediction right now, going off script a little bit. Home versus Charleston Southern, win. At Virginia Tech, at South Carolina, 2 losses. You're 1-2. Then you're home against Georgia State and Utah State. You probably win both of those, 3-2. At Alabama, good night, 3-3. Home against LSU, home against Missouri. I'll say they get one of those. I don't want because I feel like I'm just a hater if I say they lose both. So you're 4-4 at Texas, loss. Auburn, home versus Auburn, home versus Kentucky. I'll say you split 5-5, or I think that's 5-6 at Tennessee, loss. It like can't stand
Yeah.
them. It's gonna happen at Vanderbilt. That's the new SEC because that's when people think, oh, SEC. First school they think of Vanderbilt.
Oh,
That's what I think of.
Yeah.
Like I think if I
Lucas,
went and
you're
told
wrong.
like a casual college football fan, or like even us, like if we weren't talking about this, and asked you to list all the SEC schools on like a Sporkle quiz or something, Vanderbilt would be the
Yeah,
last one.
you'd forget.
Vanderbilt would be one of the,
All right.
if not the last one of them. Sorry, I
Right
went
there
on
with
a-
Mizzou.
That's right. Yeah, so my bombs, I mean, mine, I kind of just like woke up and just first things that came into my head. I was gonna go a very political route, but I'm gonna try to keep politics out of this podcast. Um, yeah, so I'm just gonna go Ace Bailey. I mean, we already talked about it, but Ace Bailey, I mean, what do you like? I just don't get players deliberately trying to tank their draft stock. Like, I don't know. Like, I just think it's stupid. Like, I get it. I think NIL plays a major role in that because they've already made so much money. So, like, oh, like, I don't really. Because how much did Ace Bailey make to go to Rutgers? Probably a shit ton.
probably
Yeah.
5 million plus.
Exactly. So,
He
like,
committed before
he
Dylan.
literally
Brooks.
he said like he didn't care if he like fell to the bottom of the first round if he went to a better team. Like, I just think that wave thing is stupid. But yeah, and then my other ones were just even like my stud was so dumb.
You just go your stud. We'll go back around.
Yeah, so my other bums were traffic
Yeah,
because I was driving out of St. Louis and it's a 2 hour drive, but less like hour 45 back to Columbia, Missouri, and it probably took me 3 hours and 15 minutes because of
you know,
how
we got
bad the
smoked
traffic
too,
was.
going the opposite direction.
The amount of damn road construction in the state of Missouri is ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it. There's
Yeah.
like barriers between the lanes. You can only stay in one lane. It's so stupid.
If you haven't seen anything like it, come up to Northern Illinois.
I mean, I guess it's like one of my first times driving in really busy traffic, but it's not for me. Not that it's like hard, but I just have no time.
Yeah. It's not for you. It's for most people. Not for you, though.
Yeah.
We got smoked by it too.
Uh,
We had like 2 hour star trip back, head north after the game too.
And then my other bomb was St. Louis residents, people who live in St. Louis.
Yes,
That's you don't
game
need
was
the
all Cubs
explanation
fans.
for
There was more Cubs fans there than Cardinals fans at that game.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
such a-
they can't fill their stadium. It's pretty
I
sad.
That's
hate
one of the
Cardinals
biggest
fans
jokes.
so much. That was my first time at Busch. My hatred for Cardinals fans is through the roof.
There was a guy in front of us. Did you hear what he was saying? Being killed at the end of the game, people just started randomly like trash talking us, and then Contreras flopped, and we were like saying he flopped, and this guy turned around and like saying what we were saying was liberal.
Oh,
What does it even
I
mean?
didn't hear that.
That I was like, what? Like, what does saying he flopped have anything to do with?
That means he drove up on his tractor from some fucking podunk little Missouri shithole.
Yeah, oh, dude,
And-
it was pissing me off, man. Me and Lucas are
Yeah,
like, there's
finally.
a bunch of Cubs fans in our section, and after Palencia like mows down the side, me and Lucas are going up the stairs like, let's go, and all the Cubs fans are going nuts. It was awesome.
For me, it's hard to even like really get into the hatred for St. Louis fans because like you're not even a city. It's really hard for me to even like you know what I mean. It's just like you're not a city. You're
I just
like,
hate Cardinals fans because I think Cardinals fans are so entitled.
I agree.
Cardinals fans are like this little fly that's fucking flying around our kitchen and it's just annoying the shit out of
They're
me and
just
he keeps
pests.
landing on it.
They're fucking pests.
Literally.
And then do you want me to go my stud?
Yeah, yours is so fucking dumb.
Yeah, my stud is really dumb. My stud of the week is sunscreen.
Yeah, I think we can just move on.
Elaborate.
My reasoning for that, I'm typically a person who gets burnt, and we were out in UV9 at the Cubs game
UV9.
and didn't get burnt because I was wearing sunscreen. So shout out sunscreen, stud. And the other one was ballpark vendors, but we don't have to talk about that.
I have a couple. Hanson Yang, or is it Yang Hansen? I forget which.
Hanson, are you talking about the Chinese kid?
In the Chinese culture, isn't it like your first name is really your last name,
I think so.
and vice versa? Hanson Yang, yeah, he was supposed to go in the second round. Portland fans were pissed that he was a reach, and then he said he knows like not a lick of English, but he says I like to sleep, play PS5 and E. Star, complete star. I mean,
Rookie of the year.
you forget there. I also have Joey Chestnut because he's back. I hated him for 2 years, but he's back now, so he stopped being a bitch and he came back to Nathan's. I've Ben Simmons because it's the off season thing where they all go to that gym in New York, and then all the NBA players, if this is news to anyone, they make open shots when there's no one guarding them. That's what an NBA player does. Ben Simmons does it every offseason, and then he developed a shot. So Ben Simmons is a stud. And then my edgy one, this could be bad. Kim Jong-un, on July 1st, North Korea gets a beach that North Koreans can go to. And Russian people.
Nice.
So
Shout
there's a
out.
beach in North Korea that you can inhabit.
Shout out.
pretty cool.
I'm going, should
Yeah.
I go hit my stud?
Yeah.
I'm going a little bit different route. My stud of the week is Matthew Schaefer. Went number 1 overall in the NHL last night.
Yep.
His mom passed away at like the end of 2024. And it was just kind of a cool moment with him and his dad after
Wow.
going first overall to honor his mom. So that's my stud of the week. Good, cool story.
Yeah.
Big
That's
Matthew
a
Schaefer
story.
fan now. Hope he lights it up for the Islanders.
And he will.
Also, bum of the week, the guy who yelled at Tom Marte.
Yeah,
Chad from Neighborhood.
That guy's a bum.
I'm
White
with it.
Sox fan. Tip.
Yeah, yeah.
But-
Just
Poor representation of Caleb. Wearing the Caleb jersey.
for
Not
sure,
nice.
for sure. I mean that's all I got.
That's all I got either.
Yeah. We would have done a snake draft, but I'm going to volunteer. Doing some good out in the world. Definitely not mandatory either. I'm just woke up this morning and was feeling generous, so I'm going to the Columbia Food Bank later.
That's typically that's what happens a lot in our apartment. You're bored on a Saturday, you go to the food bank and volunteer. That's what we do here. I mean, I wouldn't expect it from anyone else. We kind of go above and beyond, but
Also, I like this setup as the flags right in the middle kind of looks cool.
We're gonna
Yeah.
next we'll try to get it. Hopefully not 2 months or a month. Me and Lucas will be in
We'll probably, like,
Wisconsin.
2 weeks.
Me and Lucas will be in Wisconsin
do-
next week. We want to do a live show with Dexter Niekamp, who's been on before, and his brother Ty. Thinking about doing a
FCS
4-person
All-American.
in-person
Oh,
show out in the woods of Wisconsin. Yeah, we'll make it work.
third world country.
No,
Fucking
last
And,
time
and
it's
it'll
like
be
a
easy because it's only we're not like calling anybody. It's just us.
Yeah. All right. Many closing thoughts?
Bulls
I
are
got
back.
nothing.
Bulls are
Diego
All right.
Pavia, screw you.
Bears.